neutral field. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. They keep it with Barkley on first down. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
King.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
63.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round.
Power on power, but he's not going to get in. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go now.
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go, 80. Here we go. Catch, go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19, 18. Not saying 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Trap 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Here's Daniels. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Warriors 70. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 8. Ready.
Now Daniels. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Cougar 19. 70 Lions.
Handoff for Warren. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Go.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jayden Daniels, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. No problem there on the extra point. 7-7, our score after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, thumbs up, alert. No touch, no touch.
Now a handoff running for the middle. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They go play action with Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Second down at 4.
Hey, 73.
Barkley, inside handoff. A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Trimmer.
A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Hurts. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
On the jump.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to pick.
And now off to the races down the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
18 Cardinal. Panther 60.
Warren will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Eagles 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 2. Again, it's Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run forward Barkley. Room here to run. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cowboy 80.
Daniels looking to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On the give, it's Warren. A good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Lions. Hot Dragon 60. 70 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
To throw is Daniels. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready, set. Ready. 65. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pass complete, George Pickens with it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
At the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now Daniel's going to keep it.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready?
A final shot before break. Daniels. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Come on. Set.
They'll run. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hawk 70. Let's go. 18 Rattler. 18 Cowboy 80. 19 Lion.
Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jahad Campbell buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Viking 18. Warrior 70. 18 Pioneer. 70 Ranger. Hey, smash Bronco. 70 Lions. Panther 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nolan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt on the return, and it will be Eagles football 1st and 10.
I should probably stop your head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now in the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
No gain on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up the throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18, Pioneer. 18, check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Commanders have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 163 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
At the 30-yard line.
180, 180. Delta.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. He's got Smith here. And he goes out right around the 39.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5.
Nice right. No touch it. No touch it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Great.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
No touch it. No touch.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay, 3.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
You'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Mustang 19.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Ready?
2nd and 10.
Cougar 19, 18 Cardinal, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Here's Daniels. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Ready.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Warren. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and
19, 18.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. Now Daniels. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you've got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway.
A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
36. Commanders 46. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go now. 19, 18, 5 here.
Looking to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
70. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
First down,
Roll,
Washington.
roll, roll.
the run. It's Warren. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd and 7. And now they'll shift things around. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 16.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
60 Eagles. Mustang 19.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. And he finds a man on the crossing route. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Viking 18. Here we go. Here we go. Cougar nice. Ready.
Now run with Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Eagles, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.